Welcome to today's webinar, Rotterdam Convention Resource Kit. Thank you for taking time and being here today. My name is Mario Jarto at the Rotterdam Convention Secretariat at FAO. Joining me today are my colleagues Alexander Manguiro, Dan Darcy, and Philomena Joseph from the DRS Secretariat of UN Environment in Geneva. We will be conducting this webinar. The objective of this session is to introduce the most up-to-date content of the resource kit and give a summary description of the guidance and tools which are part of this resource kit. Also, the purpose of inviting you for this first session was to have your views and suggestions on how to improve the presentation of the resource kit, as we will eventually invite DNAs of the Rotterdam Convention to participate in online sessions of the resource kit. So for us, it will be very important to have your feedback. So first, we will have a round of introduction. I will ask you just to state your name and your affiliation, and very briefly, how you have been involved participating with the Secretariat on Technical Assistance Activities. Then we will have a presentation with the overview and key contents of the resource kit given by my colleague Alexander. And finally, we will have a session of questions and answers. So thank you again, and you could just introduce yourselves, and then we will start the presentation.
Well, you want to start with me? I'm going to present, but okay. I'm Alexander Manguiro with the Rotterdam Convention Secretariat. It's part of the Basel, Rotterdam, and Rotterdam Conventions Secretariats altogether. And I'll be making a presentation. And also, like Mario said, this is a pilot. What we've done is we've chosen a number of people that we facilitate technical activities together in the field, or some we use as experts and people like that. So we are just testing this out so that then later we can refine and probably start in this lockdown coronavirus days, do with different DNAs in the different regions and sub-regions. So I look forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex. Elena Costa, can you please take the floor? Remember to unmute your microphone when taking the floor.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Elena Costa. I coordinate technical assistance projects in Latin America region with the Rotterdam Secretariat and Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Alejandra Loyaza.
Good morning, everyone. I am Alejandra Loaiza from Bolivia, National Coordinate from South Bolivia.
Thank you. Alicia de la Rosa, please unmute your mic.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Alicia de la Rosa. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, please go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I am Alicia de la Rosa. I am working in Lima, Peru as a consultant, general consultant, supporting all the projects in the representation of FAO Peru.
Thank you very much, Alicia. Andrea? Andrea, we can't hear you. You may need to check your audio settings. I'll continue then to Anneli and come back to you later. Anneli Bernhardt, please.
Yeah. I should be unmuted, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Anneli Bernhardt, I'm German and based in Rome as a consultant to the Secretariat of the Rotterdam Convention, based at FAO. Hello.
Thank you very much. Javier?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Javier Munilla from Colombia, and I am intern in the Rotterdam Convention based in FAO also.
Thank you very much. Nadia?
Hello, everyone. I'm Nadia Correale, and I work in the Rotterdam Convention Secretariat in Rome, based in FAO.
Many thanks. Emmanuel Nyamsi, please. Emmanuel?
Hello, everyone. Hello,
Yes.
everyone. I'm Emmanuel Nyamsi from Cameroon. I'm intern from Rotterdam Convention.
Thank you. Christine Fuet, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Christina Fuhl, and I'm leading the Rotterdam Convention Secretariat in FAO in Rome.
Thank you, Christine. And Mr. Halimi Mahmoud? Yes, please go ahead.
Hello. Okay, my name is Halimi Mahmoud from Malaysia. Currently, I'm working with the as a consultant to the Rotterdam Convention. Currently, I'm working with countries in Asia like Laos and Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we get to Irina Zaslinskaya.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from Bonn, from WHO European Center for Environment and Health. I am Technical Safety Officer and have great experience of cooperation with Rotterdam Convention Secretariat on Health aspects. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Irina. Joyce Smithy. Joyce.
Hello.
Hello. Please go
Hello.
ahead.
Okay. My name is Joyce Mundilamiti. I'm from Zambia. I'm an independent consultant. I retired from FAO recently, where I worked as plant production and protection officer and supported all the work to deal with the Rotterdam Convention, and as well as with UNEP in the different conventions that are required for this work. Thank you.
Thank you. Lady Joana Dominguez.
Hello, everyone. I am Lady Joana Dominguez. I am member of the CRC, and I have been consultant of FAO, supporting activities to notify final regulatory actions in the GRULAC region. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dominguez. We have Michael Ramsey, but I see that his audio has disconnected, so we will see if he can send us a message later. So then I'll pass to Alexander Mikhailovsky. Alexander, can you present yourself? Alec?
I'm trying to unmute myself.
Yeah, you are unmuted. Yes, please go ahead.
My name is Alexander Mikhailovsky, and I work for the Rotterdam Convention Secretariat.
Thank you, Alec. So I'll just come back to Andrea Lobianco. Can you please open your mic and let's see if we can hear you? No, so we can't hear you, Andrea. I'm sorry about this. If you want to send in a quick introduction in the chat, then we can take it from there. Meanwhile, I think we've gone through the list. Michael Ramsey is trying to connect with audio, so I'm now going to give the floor to Alex Van Guido for his presentation. Alex?
Mario, you're supposed to go first, no?
Oh, pardon me, Mario?
Hello?
Mario, can you hear us? No, you can go ahead, Alex.
Okay. All right. Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. Like I said before, we have redone our online tool, our online resource kit, which is on our website. So I'll just walk you down through it and show you the different components of this resource kit, how we've structured it, and how we use it in the field. And I mean, you are also free to come in, chip in at any moment if you have a question, and we go ahead. So if I can go to slide 2. Okay. We have a general content where what is in the resource kit. There is an introduction with a general information section, guidance documents, compendium of guidance documents. We also have a compendium of toolkits, and then we have a few case studies that are also in it. And then we have some e-learning tools that are also part of this resource kit. And then later we have references. So if we go to the introduction section, you will see that it is structured in such a way that you, depending on what you want to go or what you want to find in the resource kit, you can just click on any of the, I don't know if you can see my cursor. You can click on any of the subtitles to get straight into where you want to go. And the general section contains information which is general for parties to try to understand how the implementation of the Rotterdam Convention can take place, and also for non-parties, how they can also benefit from being party to the Rotterdam Convention. Also, as part of the general section, we have the publications on the PIC procedure. These publications, it takes you step by step as to what is the Rotterdam Convention prior informed consent procedure and how it applies, who are the major players in this PIC procedure, and how best should they communicate so that at least the information at the national level in the country goes to where it should be used and used effectively in the implementation of the Rotterdam Convention. We also have a publication on definitions, especially the category of use and how chemicals put into the Annex 3 list of the convention. So we talked about this, the explanatory leaf on the PIC procedure, and global information sharing brochure. And we also have a publication on connecting people, science, and policymakers. How scientific information should be used in actually coming up with the decisions that are sound and easy to implement. At least if there's a good scientific basis, then it augurs well in the implementation of the convention. And then if we go to the guidance section, we have a number of documents there that guide the designated national authorities and the other players at national level as to how to implement the convention. And we have how to develop national laws for the implementation of the Rotterdam Convention. It's a guideline document that gives information as to how the Rotterdam Convention implementation obligations can be domesticated into the national laws of a country and how best that can be done. So there is guidance material. There's also guidance as to the PIC circular, the prior informed consent circular, which is a compendium of all the responses that have been given by all the parties for all the chemicals in the Annex 3 of the convention, and the type of responses that countries have delineated. If they have accepted to or consented to import certain chemicals, if they have not consented, and what type of consent, if it is definitive or if it is an interim consent or non-consent. So all that information is contained in the PIC circular, which comes out every 6 months in June and in December of every year. And as part of these guidance documents, we also have the decision guidance documents for every chemical under the Annex 3 chemicals, which is a sheet of information with for the chemical, giving the details as to why it was notified for either severe restriction or for banned, by which country, and it also has a lot of information as well as what other alternative chemicals can be used in place of that chemical that was either severely restricted or banned in the country. And also, as part of this, we have a harmonized systems codes which are assigned to not all the chemicals, but to most of the chemicals in Annex 3. And hopefully with time, there will be time to assign all the chemicals in Annex 3 to this harmonized system. It's a World Customs Organization system which is specific for harmonizing chemicals in international trade, so that it will be easier to spot as the chemicals are being traded, which ones belong to which family and which ones belong to which convention. And under this guidance, we also have a manual for customs officers on hazardous chemicals and waste, and this manual actually applies to all three conventions, the Basel, Rotterdam, and Stockholm conventions, and it guides. It was developed together with World Customs Organization, Green Customs Initiatives, and also, I think, Interpol. So all the major players that have something to do with customs. So it guides the customs officers as to how to treat chemicals, compounds, materials that fall under the purview of the Rotterdam, Basel, and Stockholm conventions. Then we come to the toolkits. Under here, we have the pesticide registration toolkit. We have an industrial chemicals toolkit. We have an SHPF toolkit. We also have a final regulatory action evaluation toolkit, and also we have an IOMC toolbox for decision making in chemicals management. Mario, if you are there, would you like to say something about the SHPF toolkit or the pesticide registration toolkit?
Yes, thank you, Alex.
Okay.
As you can see, there are quite a number of guidance and toolkits available in the source kit, and a few of them have been developed by FAO. The FAO Pesticide Registration Toolkit serves as a decision support system for those who are responsible for the evaluation and registration of pesticides at the national level. This can be considered as a web-based registration handbook that can be used day-to-day by registrars. FAO provides support and technical assistance to countries that require the capacity building through the toolkit at the national or regional level. Later on, in the next few weeks, we will be offering some specific topics which are contained in the registration toolkit. Then the SHPF toolkit was developed by the Secretariat, and FAO decided to put together a number of technical guidance and considerations to provide assistance to DNAs on how to set up a system for reporting incidents related to SHPFs under Article 6 of the Convention. The current toolkit is addressing human health incidents. It's quite thorough and technically and scientifically complete. That's also a useful toolkit for DNAs to use. Over to you, Alex.
Thank you, Mary. I will take you through the other toolkits. We have the interactive toolkit on environmentally sound management of industrial chemicals. We saw that, as we were going around doing capacity building activities in the different regions, sub-regions, that most countries were quite comfortable to a certain extent to deal with pesticides. But when it came to industrial chemicals, not a lot had a clue. So this is an effort to try to assist countries to be able to deal with industrial chemicals. So, what this toolkit does is at least it gives some accurate and consolidated information to assist countries in their obligations, and not under only the Rotterdam, but also the Basel and Stockholm Convention, because it goes into a little bit of detail into the obligations of those other conventions and what the parties should do. And it also gives a step-by-step tailored modular approach as to how industrial chemicals can be best managed in a country. And it also identifies best practices to implement a system of management. And it links to authoritative websites like the OECD, the IOMC toolbox, and for areas such as the GHS, Globally Harmonized System of Chemicals and Labeling, or with the risk assessments. It just touches briefly, and then it links to other authoritative sources where countries can get more fulfilling information. And then there's also the final regulatory action evaluation toolkit, which can be used by designated national authorities to make scientifically sound regulatory decisions using information from other comparable sources. It's like bridging. They can use other countries that have done similar risk evaluation assessments on certain countries, and if they have conditions of use that are similar to those countries that have done those assessments, then they can actually use their data. So some of the data is actually in this toolkit so that it makes it easier for designated national authorities and other stakeholders to use that information in their scientific assessments and also notifications to the Secretariat. And then we do have case studies and e-learning. So currently we have a few case studies on the implementation of the Rotterdam Convention through collaborative efforts in West Africa, in the SEALS region. We do have some case studies there, a publication, and then we have another publication on strengthening capacities to address harmful pesticides. This is how the Rotterdam Convention is working in Latin America. And then we also have sustainable alternatives to highly hazardous pesticides, farmers' experiences in growing coffee without use of chemicals such as endosulfan. And last but not least, we have an interactive training on the Rotterdam Convention, which we call the iTalk. This is a very important e-learning tool that we use mainly in the field. And how we usually present this is we do presentations on import responses, and then we make participants go into this e-learning tool and actually do practical exercises, and even it has some tests at the end of each module to try and see if participants have understood the subtle elements of the convention. And it works quite well, and most participants, they end up arguing, discussing, and getting it wrong, but at the end they get it right. And then after that, we do have references, authoritative sources where most of the information or some of the information can be obtained. I think, and we also have the International Code of Conduct on Pesticide Management, which is, I think the current edition, is it the 5th or 6th? Mario, you can remind us, which is a very useful document that most countries use to get their pesticide management infrastructures into good shape. And there's also the WHO recommended classification of pesticides, which is used in how risk assessments with respect to the human health are used in the classification with respect to the toxicities of the chemicals. Well, thank you very much for listening, and I think Mario can elaborate on a few issues, and we can take any discussion issues from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex. That is correct. The reference there on the National Code of Conduct on Pesticide Management is the version published in 2014. In any case, the Secretariat is always looking at any updates on the information that is provided, not just on the resource kit, but altogether on the convention's website, to make sure that parties and other stakeholders have always the most up-to-date information related to the convention. As you can see, the resource kit has not just technical and guidance and toolkits that are used by DNAs, but we also managed to collect several regional experiences where parts of the convention have been working together, sharing information and lessons learned on how to implement the convention. Now I would like to give the floor to participants in the webinar. If you would like to make any questions or if you would like to add anything to what has been presented, please go ahead and we'll be happy to answer your questions and hear your feedback. Thank you.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, there is in the International Code of Conduct on the distribution and use of pesticide, there is a guideline on the development of a reporting system for health and environmental incidents resulting from exposure to pesticide. I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's not included in the material that we have in the website. It's not, it can be very useful for when you are working in a proposal for severely hazardous pesticide formulation, because it contains in more detail how to set up a reporting system for monitoring environmental or health incidents. So I think it's not included. It's a good idea to take in consideration this guideline.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Is structure.
Can I talk?
Yes, go ahead, lady.
Thank you. I think the presentation is good. I think separate the topics about general guidance toolkit is a good idea and is better for understanding the content of the toolkit. However, I have a little suggestion for the reference because sometimes if the person don't read carefully, cannot see that they have 3 parts: general chemical management, evaluating the risk, and information hazardous chemicals. I think it's possible that we have I don't know more color or a separation better, because sometimes it's like I couldn't identify that it is a subcategory and I need to click there. I think we can use something similar to general or guidance toolkit that is with color and with a letter different. I don't know, but it's only that suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, lady. We're taking note of that. Anyone else that would like to share a comment on that? If not, we can go back to Michael.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I find the first of all, I find the way the information is arranged is good. I agree with the last comment that was made, though. I'm going on to another matter. In the case studies, Jamaica is there as case study on the customs-related aspects of the Rotterdam Convention, Jamaica's experience. And then there is another one, which is the Swiss experience. However, when you go on the Swiss experience, it's a repeat of the Jamaica experience. So that is an error there in the case studies. But coming from Jamaica, I'm happy to see that we are getting a double exposure.
Yes, thank you, Michael. Well noted. We have already realized about that.
Yes.
We have already talked to our colleagues from IT to make sure that both of them are available. Thank you. Any other comments or questions? I don't see anyone. Yes?
Yes, can I come back in again?
Sure, Michael, go ahead.
I think in the working of the convention, it is important to highlight the fact that there are some chemicals region has sent in a notification that is that has been accepted by the chemicals. Maybe you need to have. Yes,
Michael, we're losing you by a moment. We can't. Your audio is on and off.
Oh, I don't know what. Can you? It's better now.
Yes.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead. Michael, can you hear me?
Hello.
Michael, can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Oh,
we can hear you, Michael.
It seems that Michael can't hear us. He's having issues on his side.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes,
yeah, man.
Go ahead. Michael, please go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you, Michael. Hello?
I think he can't hear us. I've sent him messages in the chat, but he's not responding.
Okay, let's see if he can come back to us.
He had issues when he joined earlier. His audio kept going on and off, so he might be in there again.
If you can just respond to what he was saying.
Hello.
Michael, okay, in the general section of the resource kit, there is actually the Rotterdam Convention and its peak procedure. So there's a publication which gives information as to how chemicals are put into the Annex 3 of the convention. So the information is requesting for it's actually there under the general section.
I don't think that he can hear us, Alex.
I don't think so.
Would anyone else like to make a comment or a question? We have a few minutes left. So I don't see anyone raising hands, but I would like to thank you everyone for participating in today's session. For us, it was very important to share this first presentation on the resource kit with you. You are some of the key users at the national and regional level, and you know quite well most of the documents and guidance that we have put together on the resource kit. In the next few weeks, we will be scheduling sessions that will be targeting DNAs. Hopefully, we'll be able to deliver the presentations in the 3 official languages, English, Spanish, and French. And we would also communicate with you to see if it would be possible to have your expertise in participation in one of those sessions, sharing also the technical work that you have been doing in one of those regions, working in collaboration with the Rotterdam Convention Secretariat. So we will be contacting you briefly and see about your interest and availability. Is there no more comments? Thank you again for being here today, and we look forward to continue working and collaborating with you. Have a nice day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And speak to you soon.
And thank you very much for your input. Some of the input that we can deal with now will probably put it into effect already, especially the one about changing the different colors in the under the resource kit for the different subcategories. I think that's a very good input. We will try and see if our IT guys can deal with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex and Mario. So we are going to close the session.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your participation, and do not hesitate to contact the Secretariat for more comments or questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Joyce. Good to see you.
Thank you, Alex. Good to see you.
Pleasure. At least there was somebody from Africa, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Mario. Okay.
Thank you, Joyce. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Mario?
Yes.
Yes, I checked the Swiss case study in all 3 languages. It comes out. The Jamaican one comes out.
Yeah, I need to double check that with Lee. I have spoken to him about it because we spoke this a month ago when we were updating the content.
So, okay, I think it's a simple thing. It's probably misdirected in M files. Maybe the wrong file is in the folder. It just has to be. It's a quick fix.
Yeah, I'll talk to Lee to make sure that it's changed as soon as possible.
And okay, I don't know what happened with Michael because he's disconnected now again, his audio, and he had issues when he said he had a very good internet connection, but his audio was going on and off at the beginning, so he couldn't follow the beginning of the meeting.
Yeah.
And, it seems that happened again.
Yeah, well, it happens when you use these tools. Well, thanks a lot, Dan, and also Philomena, and of course.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. No, thank you, guys. I think it went down well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It wasn't clear for me that the way to go ahead for monitoring the questions and comments. So I wasn't sure if it was on your side or my side. So
it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. It's off the cuff.
we can have maybe a quick talk about it for the next session before.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, if you agree, I will set up maybe a call among ourselves I don't know when we can schedule a webinar now for DNAs. That would be very important.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I might send a link to a WebEx site just on how to behave, how to go through the functionalities of the WebEx meeting. Maybe that would help participants to find the raise hand. And,
Yeah, because it works differently with other platforms. It's much easier to find that.
Yeah, it's not very user friendly on WebEx meetings. Anyhow, on WebEx, on other platforms of WebEx, it's easier to find. On WebEx meetings, I don't know why they set it up in such a way that you don't see it if you don't click on it. So it's basically a bit strange.
Yeah, if not next time around, we can ask them from the beginning. It's just to send their questions using the chat.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks, sir.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Philomena.
Welcome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Ciao.